Hey y'all, I haven't been texting and posting because, well, Fido Rogers, I hope you hear this, still waiting on that replacement phone from since October. It's now February 2026. Anyway, moving along. Hit up Rogers and Fido for me, people, because I'm tired. Boss, I is tired. I's tired, boss. Anyhow, I've had a couple of weeks from hell. And I feel like I've just gone completely nuts and can't stop crying, unable to put much food down, throwing up real nice. So thank God I'm old, or I'd be running for a pregnancy test, truly. Anyhow, as you all know, Canada had, well, Toronto in particular, got dumped with record snow. And I am a car/van lifer. I live in a Dodge Caravan. My thought was to spend my retirement just putting around Canada and reclaiming joy, zenning myself, right? Because when you've talked to people all your life, geez, you're so glad when it's just quiet and you can see the stars. So, got hit by a deer, lost that car, as most of you know. Got another one, got totally ripped off with that to the tune of $3,000 in repairs in under 3 months. But that's another video. We'll talk about him because I don't want you guys shopping at his place either. This is about City of Toronto. City of Toronto and their homeless shelters, or out of the cold shelters, or I think now they call them warming centers. So I have a worker for housing because she is a dear and she doesn't want to see me on the street after I've lived my entire life in community raising my children. But landlords are doing a new thing now here in Toronto, where they say, oh, we're selling the property or we're renovating for family, and that way they only have to give you 30 days and sayonara, chara. So that was me. So I looked around and saw everything was over $2,000 to rent. Like when you're selling a bachelor for $1,800, or people are renting an actual bed in a room with other beds for $800. $800. Okay. I'm happier in my little Dodge Caravan with my service dog. We're very content. We see new places every day, new faces. We're happy. And I listen to the stories of Canada, which has been a joy up until my housing worker said, please, it's going to be minus 50 or some godforsaken hellish temperature. Please come in from the cold. Now, I'm disabled, so I can't really sleep on a cot. Okay, and I'm also a big girl. For all of you who have fat phobias and want to dump on me for that, go right ahead. I was bigger, so you know what? All you're doing is making me laugh. Anyhow, I said, well, cots and I are not good friends, but okay. The reason I went in because my dog's water froze and his food froze. And he is my lifeline, so he is a very pampered pooch. He doesn't eat cold food. He does, whatever. And I believe in dogs need full access to clean water 24/7. I went in from the cold. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Between the staff and the clients, every day I was in tears. I was either being yelled at by the staff for my dog, or threatened, my life threatened, and my dog being threatened to be killed and poisoned because he's a dog, and because yellow snow. Now again, he's not peeing in front of the dogs for humans to step in, okay? He's peeing off to the side because he got manners like that. He trained like that. But no, apparently people wanted me to shovel yellow snow, even though in an effort to make peace, I'm trying to scrape it into a grate, and nothing's melting because it's still minus 30, whatever. Staff, not management. Oddly enough, management was incredible. They kept trying and trying. They said they sent so many emails to the staff. And one particular staff, she was incredible because she was shrieking every time she saw my dog. But I talked to her. I told her what she needed to do. And by the end of my stay there, she was fine. She'd just stop, let the dog pass her. She'd keep moving. I'm so proud of that woman, and I wish I could remember her name. But I am suffering from a traumatic brain injury that happened in 1995. I was Canada's Rodney King. I got the crap beaten out of me by cops at a demonstration. So yeah, chronic PTSD and terrified of police. But that might be later on in this story. You'll understand why was such a big deal and why I'm bringing it up now. But for me to remember things, I need to type. For me to recall memories, something has to trigger it to bring it back if it's way back in the past. So this was 1995. Got the crap beaten out of me by a cop. A lovely white woman who I still don't know, and I would love to find her if I possibly could, apparently threw her body over me and saved me from death. I woke up to a hospital room getting 8 stitches. I thought after the first 7 years, that was it. I was good. My brain had settled down. Well, old age is such a joy for women. Yeah. Menopause comes back too. And hello. Now my body is totally betraying me. And from a photogenic mind to feeling like I have to type and picture everything and save everything, well, I'm an idiot. I feel like I'm an idiot, but I'm not. So anyway, went into a shelter, battled with the cop for an entire week because from the 2 days in, I wanted to leave. The incredible assistant ED at this shelter said, please, we're working on it. Please, please, please stay. I stayed. More shit kept happening. And, if I had to deal with just the clients, maybe I would have been okay. If I had to deal with just the staff, maybe I would have been okay. But both, anybody who has a dog knows you knock on a dog on a door like a popo, he gonna wake up. He will bark if you knock hard enough. And if you're scared of dogs, you just irked a dog. Duh. Isn't that basic? Basic? Anyhow, I am in my van. Anyway, I expect professionals to hear there's going to be a dog on premises, and even if your religion says you're not allowed to be around dogs, you are in a profession where you're helping people on their last ends. Google AI is 2 seconds away. You have the entire world at your fingertips. Retrain yourself, retrain your brain, stop raising your voice to the client, the resident, and govern yourself accordingly. It's still a very well-trained dog. Oh, I see this is 8, and I think 10 minutes is the limit. Anyhow, quick rundown. My dog was threatened to be poisoned. I was threatened to be bled out with my dog and let my blood soak into the ground because my life is apparently worthless now. The staff, when I finally gave up and left, couldn't be bothered to tell me goodbye. Do you need a pair of socks? Whatever. Nothing. Can I help you with your bags? Because I see you struggling. Nothing. They stayed behind their fishbowl and judged. So part 2 will tell you how I ended up $3,000 in debt for a visit to a warming center. My dog is currently now in surgery. And it's the beginning of February. I have no food. I have a half tank of gas to last me the month. And my generator and my gas keep me warm. Looks good on you, City of Toronto. Mark Carney, Why are people younger than seniors in a senior shelter abusing people? Olivia Chow, same to you. Thanks. Part 2.